Dr. Disrespect's game Deadrop had a new update, Snapshot 6, and safe to say, this game is making very good progress. With the new update, what we've gotten here is an update to the existing map in the form of some new textures, some slight layout changes, but most importantly, they added AI to that map. Now, as far as I know, the AI is not in the new map, which I'll touch on in a bit, but in the old map, they did add new AI, which helps with the combat and as well as the flow of the matches. But bear in mind, the AI is no slouch. They can annihilate you if you're careless, and of course, if they do, well, like any other extraction shooter, you lose your shit. Now, the interesting thing is because they've added the AI, they've also added a new vendor. This vendor, much like Escape from Tarkov, for those who know, is an out-of-match economy. Essentially, the vendor allows you to buy things for your loadout, access things from your inventory for more money. You can what they call tag your gear, which is basically like an insurance where if you die, they can collect your stuff and you can recover it for no cost. Or if you choose not to tag your gear and they find your gear anyways, you can then get your gear back for a price. So these are some of the new things that they've added to the game, but not the only things that they've added. They did add a new map. Now, personally speaking, I love the layout of the map. I think the layout of the map is actually fantastic. That being said, yes, we are well aware that the map has no textures whatsoever. A door is not even a door. It's just a gray wall that opens. Yes, again, this game is not even in alpha state. This game is actually being developed and fully playable with the community as they go along. This has never been done before. Normally, when it comes to game development, they get so far into development and then they show us a near finished product. This game is doing the opposite of that, where as soon as the game is playable, they're saying, here guys, sample the game, give us feedback, we'll make changes, etc. right from day zero. So that's why the map doesn't have any textures, but the layout of the map and how it flows is fantastic, as there's room for close quarters engagement, plus there is room for snipers and long range engagements. That's also not the only thing added to this game as well. So they did add a few new toys in the sense of there's new health packs, there's new attachments, weapon mods, but most importantly, they added this new Zipline Tool. Essentially what the Zipline Tool does is it allows you to take any zipline either way. Typically, you can only go from high ground to low ground. You couldn't go back up. But if you have this attachment equipped, you can go back up, which makes for some very interesting plays that can be done in your matches. And if you're unfamiliar with the game, in part why the game is called Deadrop is if you are victorious and you stick around to the end, you will get what they call the Deadrop, which is essentially allowing you to pick one item from any enemy that died in the match. So obviously you'll choose your pick of the litter. Most of the time you're going to choose the most expensive thing. The other thing they add, and this is probably the biggest and best thing that they added, is you can actually play with friends, squads of 3 to be exact. However, much like Escape from Tarkov and unlike Battle Royale games, there's no separate queue. Meaning if you solo queue into a match, you can run into squads of 2 and 3. And in doing so, well, you're typically going to be unmatched because they have a squad and you're solo. But it is really cool to kill the entire squad. So overall, this game is making great progress. There's still some issues with its core gameplay loop. The biggest one I would say that it has right now is the fact that the game is very binary when it comes to input commands. And what I mean by this is it doesn't like you pushing multiple inputs at the same time. So if you're in your inventory and you close your inventory, if you push a movement key before your inventory screen fully closes, it doesn't register your movement key. It acts as if nothing happened. You have to wait for the inventory screen to fully close and then push the key to be able to get the input to react. This is across the board. So it's very similar with a lot of aspects where if you're trying to lean and aim down sights at the same time, you have to aim down sights and then lean. If you push your lean key too early, it doesn't register it. So it's one of those things where it's very binary and very, very touchy. I will say that Dr. Disrespect has commented on this on stream while watching Dr. Lupo. So he is aware of it, the team's aware of it, and hopefully they fix that in a future update. But currently that's probably like the biggest issue with it. The best part about this game is the gunfights. The balance of the game, the way it is, you don't instantly die. There is a fair good time to kill. Obviously, it does depend on your armor that you are wearing, but the gunfights are really, really intense and really, really good. And it combines this with great shooting mechanics. The guns feel really good to shoot, especially the sniper rifle. Overall, I think Deadrop, when it comes out, I believe Dr. Disrespect said they are targeting next year. We'll see how that goes. But I can see this game being really, really good and actually taking off because Dr. Disrespect's not only is he a gamer, but he's also a level designer. He did design levels for Call of Duty in the past. So he does know what he's talking about when it comes to game design. And I think this game will be good, but we'll wait for the next update, which will probably be in about 6 to 8 weeks when we get our hands on Snapshot 7. But overall, Deadrop is looking good. It's showing very good promise. And I can't wait to see what else they have in store for this game. This is Veteran Gamer. I hope to see you guys next time.